That, my friends, is the Della 2-in-1 freestanding ice maker and water dispenser. I gave that to my wife on Mother's Day, and let me tell you fellas, she was speechless. All day. Come to think of it, she didn't talk to me until about Tuesday. And when she asked how much I spent on it, I said, I spent 175 bucks, but don't worry, baby. As long as I review it for TechCrunch, it's a write-off. That put tears in her eyes. Husband of the Year, 2017. I think I got it. Okay, so here's how it works. This thing is freestanding, meaning that it doesn't need to be hooked up to your water supply, so you just add water to it periodically. It holds about 2.5 mason jars worth of water. The ice sits in here, waiting for you to use it, and if you don't, it simply melts and gets reintroduced back into the system to make more ice. It's pretty slick. This thing does not keep anything cold, does not refrigerate the ice. If you don't use the ice, it just melts and goes back in. Honey, are you okay in there? Are you crying? I think it's probably just your allergies. Between the two of us, my wife and I use this thing multiple times a day, and I maybe fill it back up every other day. So you get a fair amount of ice out of it. It'll make up to 26 pounds of ice per day, but that's assuming you're emptying it every time a load is ready. It makes two sizes of bullet ice. The small size takes about 6 to 7 minutes per cycle, while the large size takes about 12 to 15 minutes. The biggest downside is that if you like a lot of ice in your drink, only one person at a time can get their fill. This is what all the ice on a large setting amounts to. And another downside is that the water dispensing feature is kind of pointless. It uses the same water in the reservoir, which means whatever you just poured in there, or the runoff from the melted ice that you didn't use. It's not super cold either way. Again, this thing does not provide any refrigeration. It's ice that sits there and melts if you don't use it. But as ice goes, and this is hopefully the reason you're buying this thing, it makes pretty good ice. And while the $175 price tag feels a bit steep for what it does, it's extremely handy to have on hand, especially during the summer months. So if you have a large family of ice hogs, keep on moving. But if there are a couple of you, and you can take half a glass each or go in 15-minute shifts, then this will do you well. Honey, I brought you some ice water. You okay? Sounds like you've been talking to your mom and your sisters on the phone all day. Everything okay? I think I heard my name sprinkled in there a few times. Tell them hello for me, okay? You want me to leave it out here? Hello?